is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Unsolicited with Sam and Jordyn. I am Sam. This is Jordyn. We are back in our regular scheduled spots this week, although we had such a fun time last week doing our little couch episode. And I would say, Jordyn, it's so good to see you, but I literally spent the last 5 days with you.
This is the most time Sam and I have spent together in such a long time. But we literally had the best weekend. I don't think other than the flight situation, which we will get into with you guys, other than the planes, perfect weekend.
Perfect weekend. I literally told my parents about it. And I went to my parents' house last night. My dad was working late, so I talked to my mom. Then I was in the city today for work, and I made sure my dad was available to drive me home so I could talk to him about it my entire ride home. And I was like, there was nothing happened. Nothing went wrong. It was perfect. Like, I was just so loved. I felt so happy. Like, all my friends were in one place and everyone got along, and it was so good. I had such a good time on my bachelorette trip.
No, it was such a fun weekend. I was so grateful to be a part of it. I love your friends. I'm going to start considering them my friends because I love them so much. But no, because me and Sam have talked about this a lot, but like, I've obviously heard all these stories about all her friends. Like, I knew certain things about everyone. And then meeting them, and I can't remember who it was. I think it was Sarah. I was like telling a story, and I was like, I know this story. I've heard this, like, and I like knew, and I was like so fun connecting like what went to who. But no, it was just the best weekend. And literally so eventful. Like, I feel like it flew by. And then I was telling my mom and Brian about everything, and I was like, we accomplished so much.
So much.
So
It was
much.
like, I couldn't even believe that it was Sunday. Like, when it rolled around, I was like, didn't we just get here?
Yes.
Like, it was bananas.
No, it flew by. And here, we'll give you a quick rundown of what our weekend looked like. So we get to the airport to fly out of, are we going to tell the whole Boeing story?
I think we should.
We have to.
Yeah.
So we all arrive to Newark Airport. How many of us flew out?
6.
There were 6 of us. And we literally board our plane, get on our, we board our plane, get on our plane. We're all buckled in. We're getting ready to go. And then the pilot comes on and he's like, hey guys, our door won't close. And
hey Queens.
Hey Queens, your door won't close. And as we know from recent news, the Boeing doors fall off mid-flight. So there's a lot of issues. So we all start panicking. They deboard the plane. Mind you, this is a full ass, like, packed flight.
Horrid.
So we get off the plane. We're delayed for like 2 hours. We move to another gate. We get a new plane. All is well. But fuck the pilot that we heard getting off the plane. We're all so anxious about this door, and the pilot is talking to one of the workers, and he's just like, throw some grease on it.
He was like, yes.
Throw some WD-40 on there.
Yeah, he was like, why can't we just spray it with some WD-40? And they were like, probably because a whistleblower got murdered. Probably.
It was so bad. However, we made it, and we get to Florida. Immediate tequila. You take it from here.
I literally, like, we walked it. First of all, shout out to my friend Kristen's parents for driving us to and from the airport. They are the real OGs.
They are.
For real. 1 car for our suitcases, 1 car for us.
Yes.
Amazing.
The only way to do it.
No, literally. So I like walk into this gorgeous beach house that Sarah found for us, and a margarita is thrusted into my hands. I like chug it. Then of course they were like, let's do a shot of tequila, and I was like, perfect. We take a shot of tequila. Another margarita is thrusted into my hands because at this point we were supposed to land at 4 p.m. We didn't get to the house probably till like 7, right? Yeah. So like it was like, we lost 3 hours. We got to pick it up. Like, we got to do this. So, and it was Taylor Swift night. And so like we had to get dressed. We had to like go out to this beach club. Like, we were ready to rock and roll. At this point, I've had 3 margaritas, 2 shots of tequila, 1 taco.
What?
Full day of travel. So you can imagine the state I was in. We'll just say that by the end of the night, I was taking extra toasty Cheez-Its out of the bag and laying them on the table and going, "These are the best things that I've ever eaten in my life."
Yeah. And also for context, I remember we had just gotten there. We got our first shot of tequila in our hands. Sam looks at me and she goes, "What's the chaser?" And I can't remember who said it, but they were like, "Your margarita."
It was
So we were
probably Kristen.
yeah, we were chasing tequila shots with the fresh margaritas.
'Cause I'm not
Um
good at shots, so, like, I was like, "I at least need a lime," and then I said, "Where's the limes first?" And Sarah was like, "We don't have any limes," and I was like, "Cool, so what am I chasing this with?" And Kristen was like, "Your marg," and I was
yeah.
like, "Alright, sounds good to me."
And also you missed a crucial part of that night. So we go to the beach bar or the beach
Oh,
club
right.
in
Yes.
Siesta Key. I'm with Sam and her friend Kristen, huge Knicks fans. Sixers lose to the Knicks, their season ends. So we're just screaming in each other's faces all night long, very, very drunk. Me and
I
Sam are up on stage. She's dancing. Everyone's congratulating her. We
so
get back
funny.
to the house and immediately Sam's like, "We're all jumping in the pool." It's like
Oh my god, I completely forgot about that.
yes.
I remember it now that you say it, but I remember saying, like, "I have to be a mermaid," and immediately changing into my
Yes.
I completely forgot about that.
Yes. No, Sam literally was walking around the beach club like, "We need to go home. I need to be a mermaid." And we were not in the house for all of 30 seconds before her bathing suit was on, and we were in the pool. And also, we should have recorded an ad for Charlotte Tilbury that night because we jump in the pool and Sam's like, "No, I'm a real life mermaid and my makeup will not go anywhere because of my setting spray."
No, yeah, shout out to Elf Power Grip Primer and Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. Because I knew the second I jumped in, I was like, I still have my makeup on. And I was like, I bet you any amount of money this shit's not moving. And it
Yes.
didn't.
It didn't. She still had a perfect wing, and she was full on mermaiding, like diving underwater, like swimming.
Oh my god. I can't believe I forgot all about that.
Yes.
Oh my god. I'm trying to find the picture. I don't think it's in my computer. But yeah, there's a picture of Kristen and Jordyn facing one another in this bar as
Oh,
the Knicks are beating the
I'll get it
Sixers,
up.
and she's got her mouth wide open, double birds getting flipped off. Kristen's yelling, and I'm off to the side, like holding my drink, and I'm just like, the Knicks won. Very cool, very cool.
Oh
And
my
I was
god, I
like,
didn't even realize I was giving the middle finger too.
mm-hmm.
Oh my god, guys, I'm working to get it up.
It's on our Twitter. If you guys don't follow us on Twitter, it's on our Twitter.
That is
Um,
so
because
funny.
it was such a good, like, little sneak peek. But,
It really sets the tone.
it did. And then, of course, as we're walking home, I look so, like, Jordan and Kristen yelling at each other in the bar, walking home, holding hands. I've
Yes.
met for the first time, holding hands, walking home, and I was like, "Wow." And shared a room. They were roommates on this trip.
And they
So
were
and
roommates.
they were roommates. But yeah, it was hilarious. It was so funny. So that was night 1.
I'm
We got
screaming, "Wait, guys, I got this picture."
okay, throw it up there.
Oh, wait, hold on. It's an HE.
Oh my gosh. The worst.
The word, and then you're just in the corner.
Yeah, I'm, like, in the corner just, like, holding my drink, just, like, enjoying my life. But we were so that was our Taylor Swift night. So I actually the shirt that I'm wearing right now, which says a lot going on at the moment, is from my friend Sam. She was the red era, and she was like, she's not a huge Taylor Swift fan, so she was like, "Here, take this shirt. I'm not going to use it." So I got to wear it. There it is. Oh wait, let me hide this. Look at the double birds. Look at the double birds.
There are double birds, and then Sam's just like, "Dee, dee, dee."
Yeah, I'm just like in my corner, just like drinking my vodka Sprite. Um, but yeah, enjoying life. So I was fearless. That was
Oh,
my era. Jordan was debut. What were you gonna say?
another story from that night. We're in that bar, and we're all looking at everyone, and we're like, "Huh, why does everyone here look like they're
So
14?"
young.
Yeah, we were like, "Are we really old?" Like, the vibes were off. We were not meshing. The next day, we're on a tiki boat And the guy was like, "Oh, where'd you go the night before?" We were like, "Oh,
Mhm.
the beach club," but like vibes were weird. And he was like, "Oh, it was Thursday? It was fucking teen night."
It's teen night, yeah. They let in people, like, 18 and older, and yeah, but I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice. I don't think I was in the right mindset to notice, but
You were very drunk before we even left, which is like as you should have been. You partied exactly as you should have.
that was that yeah, and, like, night 1, like, I got that good big drunk out of the
Mhm.
way, and then after that, it was what my dad likes to call, it's like a vacation glow where you're just buzzed for
Yes.
days and, like, not, like, drunk, drunk, but just buzzed. But then we went, on a tiki boat the next day. We went out to breakfast, and then we went on this tiki boat, which was late to pick us up, so they actually, like, let us be out longer because they
Mhm.
felt bad. But we saw manatees, we saw dolphins, to which I tried to speak to the dolphins, and I think I did a pretty good job at that point.
You
And then
actually summoned them because you're a
yes,
mermaid.
I yeah, literally. And then they were like, "Oh, like, we can go up to this sandbar and go swimming," and I was like, "Hell yeah." We dawdled in this sandbar for 4 or 5 hours, right? Like, it was so long, and the piece de resistance, I think, of the entire trip was the fact that this man pulled up with 3 golden retrievers
Mhm.
in his boat, to which those golden retrievers swam with us
Mhm.
for hours. Imagine 8 girls who have been drinking,
Heavily.
dawdling in a sandbar, and 3 golden retrievers pull up. Just picture it.
Also, for more context, again, we were all woke up hungover from the night before, sludged to a cafe, shoved our faces with a very delicious breakfast, got on a tiki boat, immediately started drinking,
Yeah.
had been drinking for a few hours, golden retriever show up.
Had done a shot ski at that point.
Yes.
Several shot skis, I think.
Several shot skis.
Um, yeah. So we were very excited about the dogs. Um, and like probably if I had to pick a favorite part of that trip, it was probably that.
Yeah.
It was probably the sandbar because then too, like we were just like sitting in this. I got very sunburned. I'm actually doing pretty good now. I'm already tanned up.
Much better.
Yeah, but I was pretty sunburned because I didn't reapply my sunscreen very well or right away. It was like once all day I reapplied. So not my best moment, but we all got lots of color
Yes.
and it was really good. Erin, my one of my matrons of honor, was feeling around the sand, found like a dozen what are those called? Sand dollars.
$10.
And it was a wonderful day. It was a wonderful
I
day.
I loved every second of it.
And then I had my surprise for the day where we walked to the beach and the ladies had planned me a beach picnic that was gorgeously set up. Everyone sat on pillows. There was a little table with like all these place settings, umbrellas, and Sarah brought all the charcuterie stuff, a bottle of champagne, some wine, and then we went and had daiquiris and
Yes,
more food and I just wonderful. Great
absolutely
music,
perfect.
wonderful.
We were literally at that point just, like, sitting in chairs at the restaurant, full on jamming,
Yeah,
like
like, and everyone kept saying they were like, "Should we go up and, like, dance?" And I was like, "No, I'm very content right here." Like,
Yes.
I was so happy to sit there. We saw a cockroach that was about that big, like 3 inches long. It was
I
disgusting.
I was fully petrified because it was, like,
Yes.
right above us, and we were
Yeah,
on, like, an outdoor like, we were inside, but it was completely open, um, and I was just so afraid that it was just gonna, like, drop and fall in the middle of our table, and it was literally, Sam said it, like, this big.
it was big. It was
It was
really big.
big.
And then we went I don't remember what we did when we went home. Did we do anything? Did we just go to sleep?
It was fuck. Was that the night we played games?
I don't know. We did something because it wasn't that late when we got home. I don't think so. We must have sat around and, like chit chatted for a bit and then went to sleep. Then woke up again the next day. Went out to
Did
breakfast
we
again.
swim that night too?
Mm, I don't think you should be asking me these questions because I don't know the answers to them.
I don't either.
We
You
did
need
something. We came home and did something.
yeah.
And then um Saturday we stayed by the pool all day.
Yes.
And
Anyway,
Kristen's a yoga instructor, led us in some poolside yoga, which was
yes.
lovely.
And it was our last full day, and we started drinking fairly early, and we
Yeah,
finished high noons fairly early.
yeah,
And I had that perfect, like 3 or 4 high noons in day drinking buzz. Again, we literally had to be out the next morning by 10 AM. It was what, 1 or 2? I thought it was a good idea to order like 60 more no, not actually, like 30 more high noons. That we drank half of them, which I was really impressed by. Um,
yeah.
but the vibes were great.
The
Literally
vibes were
perfect
so
all day.
great. I ate an entire tub of French onion dip.
You did.
Um,
I had so much goat cheese this weekend.
yes. We had snackies for lunch, like, that was our lunch, and it was wonderful. It was, like, the
Yes,
best thing that you could be eating in the middle of the day by the pool.
yes,
Um, and then we had our sparkle night that night, and everyone dressed in sparkles.
yes.
And then we took a froggy. There's these things in Florida which are the best inventions ever made, which is where you just I still have the number on this little bracelet that they gave me, and you call it and you go, "Hi, I need someone to come pick me up and drop me off," and they go, "Okay," and they come to your house and they pick you up. It's free. You just tip the driver. That's it. And there's 8 girls. So I was like, "This is perfect." So
Yeah.
we got froggies, which were wonderful. Such a great invention. They should be everywhere.
They especially on college campuses. Imagine if they had them on college campuses.
The only thing with that is if they're relying on college kids to tip, I don't know how well they're gonna get tipped.
You know what? You're right. You are very right.
But if you had that anyway and you were like, "Hey, like $5 a ride or something like that," like, I would take it.
Yeah.
I would take it in a heartbeat. It was so wonderful. And it was like not some of them were enclosed, but some of them were like out in the open.
Mhm.
So it was really nice. It was
I
really wonderful.
loved the froggies.
The froggies were great. And then we went out to dinner. And I was super sunburned by that point, but I wore my veil out that night, so I got a lot of people like
Yes.
talking to me. Some old man came up to me at the restaurant and was like, "Are you getting married?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he gave me a $2 bill.
He did!
And he was like, "I've been saving this to give to someone, and I feel like you're that person." And I was like, "What the fu—" I was literally, like, about to start crying. I was like, "You are the sweetest old man in the world." And then he left, and then he came back again. He goes, "Which one of you guys is the designated driver?" And I was like, "Oh, actually, we live so close, we can walk." And he goes, "Okay, good. I was just making sure you guys were gonna get home okay." And I was like, "Sir, please adopt me." Uh, he was so sweet. But yeah, and then we went home and we watched High School Musical 2.
Yes, we literally were playing card games, and then Sam was like, "I need High School Musical 2 as background noise," and by what song? I Don't Dance? We were
Yes.
fully done. We were
Yes.
done playing card games.
Actually, I think it was closer to, like, Work It Out.
Oh,
Like,
you know what? It was working out.
because we kept looking and we were like, "Haha, this is so stupid," and then we were all just, like, sitting there just, like, entranced by High School Musical 2.
I loved the entire movie. Someone was giving full commentary the entire time.
It was so wonderful.
It was
And
the
then the
best.
next day, we hung out at Kristen's parents' house all day, and they provided us with a lot of food, which was wonderful. And then,
Amazing.
our flight got delayed again, but we got home.
We got
We got
home.
there.
It was one of those situations. I get super severe airport anxiety. Like, I am the type of
Same.
person, I will get to my flight like 3 out like, I'd rather sit in the airport for 3 hours than, like, have the fear that I'm gonna miss my flight. And then we were cutting it close because we were having a good time, all good things.
Mhm.
And so we probably would have been fine seeing how dead the airport was. Like, we would have been fine. We would have made the initial flight, but we walk in and I think it was the first time ever that a group of people were collectively like, huh, we're delayed.
Oh
Like,
my god. I it literally was it was such a perfect weekend. I Though I did find out while we were at the airport, There was one hiccup, and it was that Sarah was having an allergic reaction to something she ate, and I didn't know, but they kept it from me, and like they were Erin and Kristen are both nurses, so like they were taking care of her, but apparently her throat was not closing, but she felt funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Throat and tongue were definitely itchy. And she was sitting next to me at dinner, and all of a sudden I hear her being like, and then I hear them talking, and I was like, "Is everything okay?" And she was like, "Everything is so fine. I'm just definitely having an allergic reaction."
can literally I can literally hear Sarah turning and looking at you and going, "Everything is so fine. My throat is closing."
That's like exactly what happened. And then I was like, "Oh," and she was like, "But be calm because we're not going to tell Sam yet because you were like in your glory." And she was like, "I'm fully okay." She was like, "If I was like really in pain or like something was going on, like
Yeah.
we would have told you." But she was like, "I'm fine. Something's definitely happening. I'm just going to take some Benadryl when we get back to the house. Like all is going to be good." And
She
we were like, "Great."
Yeah. She told me too, because we had a wonderful waiter whose name was Drew, and he
That's true.
was so good because, like, at one point, like, he was, like, taking everyone's order, and he was, like, standing next to me as he was taking everyone's order, and Sam or somebody ordered, and I went, "Ooh, slay," and he went, "Mm, slay," and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm obsessed with you." And I also I got permission to tell this story, but I'm not gonna say which one of my friends it was, but somebody got a little intoxicated at the airport and, was walking around saying "Queen" all the time to every single person. But there was a woman, and I was standing with her, and there was a woman who asked her if she could unplug her she had, like, a portable oxygen machine, and, and my friend like went and unplugged her oxygen machine for her, and she went, "Yes, queen, get that O2," and then whipped in front of her and then walked away, and I almost collapsed on the airport floor. Like I
I
was and everyone had walked away at this point. Like it was just me and her, and we were walking up to the group, and she's like skipping and like being all happy. It was adorable. And I walked up, and they were like, "What happened?" And I was like, "You're literally not going to believe what she just said to this woman."
Nothing could have prepared me, and it
No,
was
yeah,
one of the greatest moments of my life.
yes, but yes, I got permission from her to share it on the podcast, but she said just don't share who it was. So, but yeah, it was very funny.
I loved everything about that.
But yeah, so that was basically my bachelorette trip. Shout out to each and every single one of my friends. I love you, and I love you, Jordyn. I'm so happy that you got along with all my friends,
I
and
love you
that
guys.
everybody came up to me too, and they were like, "Jordyn's a delight," and I was like, "She is.
That makes
That
me
is why
so
I am her
happy.
friend."
I loved them so much. It
Yeah,
made
no.
me so happy.
It was a great weekend, and guess what? We're gonna do it again next year. We've decided girls trip every single year. Siesta Key. We're
Like,
doing it.
no, we, like, actually have to.
No, it was wonderful, and the weather was perfect. I didn't even, like, dry I didn't sweat, like, I
No,
wasn't, like, dying, I
it was
didn't
perfect.
chafe, like, I did get a couple blisters on my feet. We had a
We were
few things
wearing
here
some
and there. We had some puncture wounds, we had somebody fall in the pool, like
yeah, we had a couple injuries.
yeah,
There were some ice bags going around.
but nothing that couldn't have been worked out,
No,
and we
yeah, it
had
was all
2
ev
nurses,
yep.
a couple lifeguards, like, we were set.
And I'm pretty sure I can't remember who said it, but I someone was like, "There's not a single, like, what was the line?
Neurodivergent,
What was it?"
not one neurodivergent person,
Yes, and I was like, "I
or
feel so safe
neurotypical
here."
person.
Neurotypical.
That's
I
the
was like,
word.
"I feel so safe here."
Yeah, we were all a little cuckoo crazy, but I wouldn't have had it any other way.
It was perfect. The
It was
most perfect
perfect.
weekend. I hope my bachelorette trip is exactly like yours because it really was perfect.
It was.
It
But
was.
anyway, well, that was a good first 25 minutes of the podcast, just
Oh, yeah.
recapping our weekend. But we have a couple things to chat with you guys about today. One of them being slightly sporty, slightly pop culture-y, I suppose. Tom Brady got roasted while we were sitting in an airport waiting to take off on our flight.
Mhm.
So I personally did not watch the whole thing, but I saw some clips,
Yes, I'm
which
in
I
the
think
same boat.
we're on the same level. Why don't you give me your initial thoughts?
So, from what I've seen so far, I'm honestly a little disappointed. Um, I thought they were funny. Like everything's been funny, but I just think the people that they picked, like I was hoping that like Nick Foles, Eli Manning, like I was hoping that it would be like really sporty set, like even like Russell Wilson, like all these people that he had like real like intense like sporty beef with.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see that dynamic and I think it would have been a lot better. It honestly, from what I've seen, it felt a little tense. And it was like, did you get those vibes too?
It was dark.
Dark.
And
And
like I
that's
get like that's how roasts are supposed to be. Like you're supposed to be like not politically correct and everything, but like I was my jaw was agape with a few things
yes.
that I heard.
Yes, and then the one infamous thing that I think we've all seen at this point is I can't remember who made the joke, but someone made a joke about Robert Kraft, and Tom Brady got up and like into the microphone was like, "Never say that shit again." Like,
Oh wait, I didn't see that.
oh yeah, it was a joke about like Robert Kraft and massages, and Tom Brady literally stood up and was like, "Never say that shit again."
I did not see that.
Yeah.
I only saw the Aaron Hernandez stuff.
See, and that's I've heard about it, but I haven't seen the Aaron Hernandez. So some point this week, me and Sam will fully watch the roast, and next week we will come back together and go into it a little bit deeper. But
That's not don't make promises you can't keep.
this is true. Eventually, me and Sam will review the Tom Brady roast. Um, I'm not great at watching things. Um,
But yeah,
um,
I think it was Julian Edelman who made that joke.
which
That's what
crazy.
I heard.
Crazy. But it felt I was hoping that it would be and like again, I know roasts are meant to be dark, but I would have liked it to be like a roast on Tom Brady's, which there was, but like if it was a whole roast about Tom Brady's career and like him being a baby and also the best, like I would have loved that. This felt a little like uncomfy at some parts. But again, I haven't watched the whole thing. So maybe once it's all put together, um, it'll be funny. I did see Kevin Hart's opening. I watched the first like 20 minutes. Kevin Hart's opening, I thought was that perfect line of like dark but very funny.
Right.
And after that, I don't know where it goes, but I definitely liked Kevin Hart's opening shit about like Giselle. I thought it was like very good divorce jokes.
Yeah, I know that Giselle's really pissed. And I know that the children were off limits. So
Yeah.
like I saw a bunch of tweets that were talking about like why didn't they talk about Tom Brady like kissing his son on the mouth and like all that jazz. And apparently like that was on like the banned list where they were like no talking about Tom's sons, which is totally fair. Like
Absolutely. Don't bring
the,
the kids into
the
it.
kids are not out here getting roasted. Like you're
Yeah.
getting roasted. But even some of the Giselle jokes I've heard she's not 100% thrilled with, but what are you gonna do?
Which and
Um,
I'm all for, I love my girlies. I'm all for like women empowerment. However, in this situation, again, I don't know if it's proved, but like there's a lot of talk that she was cheating on Tom with the man she's now with. She spent a lot of time with him while they were still married. And at the end of the day, like you're a public figure and it's a roast. Like I don't think anything really crossed the line from what I've heard. Let me
yeah,
say I have not watched the whole thing, but from what I've heard, the Giselle jokes were funny and like
yeah,
nothing about like her character that I saw.
yeah. I mean, I haven't. Again, we haven't watched it fully through. We're
Yeah,
just basing this off of things that we've literally heard.
yeah.
But I did see one joke that I like genuinely laughed at, and it was I think it was Nikki Glazer, the blonde girl,
Mhm.
and she was talking about how Tom Brady lost all that money in crypto and like how like he like invested all this money into crypto and everything and then he lost it all. And she was like, Tom, even Gronk looks at the crypto and he's just like, that no real money. or like something like that, and I was like, "That's funny."
I saw that. She had a Giselle joke that was funny, like, "Oh, well, you had you have 7 rings. I guess 8 now since Giselle gave hers back." And I was like,
But
"Oh."
that's a good one. See, that's a
Right?
good one.
Right? It very good. There was one that Kevin Hart made early on that was real talking about he said that Tom Brady did like the realest thing ever. He was like, "Yeah, Giselle gave you an ultimatum, like your wife, your family, your kids, all of it." And he was like, "But when you got to give it up to go 8 and 9 in Florida." Like, and I was crying. He was like, "That's a real man thing to do." And I was cracking up.
No, that's a good one too.
Right?
The
Like those
one
were good jokes.
the one that had I like was the one that I sent you on Twitter. I don't know if you saw it, but
No.
it was Tom Brady roasting everybody back, and he says, "Kim Kardashian is here, and I know she was terrified to come here, not because of the roast, but because she had to leave her kids with her ex-husband." And I was like, see, like that, I was like, that was the first one that I saw. And I sent it to you on Twitter and I was like, we have to talk about the Tom Brady roast even if we haven't watched it because this is savage. Like I was like, oh my God.
Wait, now I need to pull it up.
No, he delivered it really well too. And they like panned to her too, and she's just like smiling and nodding. But I'm like, this is interesting because there was was there rumors that they were dating? No, that was her and OBJ. Never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind.
No, there were rumors about Kim and Tom Brady, but like right when he first got divorced.
Oh, right, right, right. I don't think those were true.
I also saw him take a dig at the Chiefs where he was like, "Oh, like your fan base is all 14-year-old girls now."
Huh, good diss, Tom.
Good this Tom
Good
Brady.
diss, Tom.
Tom Brady,
But
I bet you listen to Taylor Swift.
he probably does. He probably does. I feel like Tom Brady though, like, is entering his old man era. Like
100%. The way he's like shitting on kids nowadays. No one cares about teamwork anymore. Like, shut up, Tom Brady.
he's like, all these kids are in it for themselves. And I'm like, yeah, that's because they're making millions of dollars and still can't afford a home, Tom. Get your
Okay,
shit
boomer.
together. Yeah, okay, bro. Sit down. All right. Relax with your fucking 47-year-old ass. All right.
Oh my god, I love it.
But yeah. So we just had to share the few things that we saw about this Tom Brady roast. But I think that I'm gonna sit down and watch it because
Yeah.
I am intrigued.
I just
And Robert Kraft did like a shot with Bill Belichick, and Robert Kraft was fucking obliterated.
nuh-uh.
Like, picture me Thursday night bachelorette trip times 3. Like, he was like, Tom Brady and Bill Belichick were the best people I ever worked with. And I was like,
Are you
Robert,
here right now?
yeah. What planet are you on, Robert?
I also love that for the rest of our lives, our scale of drunkenness is gonna be night 1 of The Bachelorette. It's like, where were you on a scale from airport to night 1? Like
And you're gonna be like, like
I'll be
when I
like
was
day drinking in the pool on day 3. Like
yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like we're gonna use that as the scale.
I love
But
it.
yeah, Tom Brady. Honestly, I think he's just been waiting to be roasted. I think he wanted to be roasted.
I think so too. And you know what? It was awesome.
Yeah. We'll definitely try and sit down and watch
I
the whole
also
thing.
who was it? Was it one of the guys was like, "Why weren't we cheating when I was there?"
Oh, it was probably Drew Bledsoe, which was obviously the guy who Tom came in for when he finally started playing for the Patriots. But
Yep.
yeah, that's really
Good
funny.
stuff. Good
But
stuff.
last thing on the agenda for us to talk about is the thing that everybody's doing now, and that is rating our Met Gala looks. Hello, editor Sam here. I said a lot of wrong things in this Met Gala um segment. I was talking about like Garden of Life and the whole theme is Garden of Time, and I was just spewing BS about this like whole theme. I just want to just get ahead of it and just say sorry. I was not I was not well prepared for this. The Met Gala theme was Sleeping Beauty based off of a poem called The Garden of Life. I'm pretty sure was what it was called. And we were talking about this like right before the show. We have about 10 looks that we're going to look at and talk about. Mm, nobody I didn't really see anything that like was like, wow, that's the theme.
Mhm.
Like it
Yeah.
just nothing really wowed me.
Yeah, and Sam, you said you did a lot of research into, like, the
I
theme
did.
itself, so maybe you can give me a little more context, but, like, what I thought we were gonna see was, like, a lot of spring colors or a lot of florals, like, I was expecting a lot of garden looks, I was expecting a lot more references to, like, nightgowns, Disney princess, and again, maybe that's just me not understanding the theme, like, maybe that's me taking it at the most surface level, but
Yeah.
when I saw a lot of just, like, neutrals and plain dresses, I was like, "What the hell?" Jennifer Lopez showed up in a see-through silver sparkly dress for the 90th time in
Yeah,
her
I was gonna
career,
say
like,
that woman has no color palette. She just shows up in the
no,
same thing for everything. But
everything.
it wasn't really very Disney ball gowny. Like the actual poem, which I watched, I read an article slash watch a TikTok
TikTok, of
of a
course.
girl explaining this poem or the short story of the Garden of Life. Um, and there's like glass imagery in it a lot, which I think is where a lot of those like crystals came into
Okay.
play and like the transparent stuff. But there is obviously the florals, and then I think it has some. I should have written it down to be quite honest with you. I hope that you guys never listen to our podcast for our information because we never have it. That we're never prepared.
No.
But there was I think there was some sort of war too in this
Okay.
story of whatever kind, which is where like like you saw a lot of like blacks with the flowers. Like I saw one guy, I don't know who it was, but there was a black suit that like
Yes.
transitioned into the flowers, and I felt like that was one of the ones that I was actually like, that one makes sense. But
The only reason I saw that one was because someone made a meme out of it today and said Taylor Swift transitioning from rep to lover, and they put his suit.
and Taylor Swift was not there. So,
No.
unfortunately, although I there was a few things peeking here and there about it. But let's talk about some of these lukes. All right, I'm gonna start at the bottom here.
Oh, this is the
Oh, this
one. I
this
fell
is
for
the
this.
AI one.
Yes. So this is AI Katy Perry. I literally saw this on Twitter, texted my friends, and was like, "Oh my god, Katy Perry, draw dropping." And Robbie goes, "Jordyn, baby, you need to have your Twitter deleted because
Yeah.
you are not meant to be on Twitter." I fall for all this shit on Twitter. And yes, this is an AI image. Now looking at it much larger and like more awake than I was. Clearly, you can tell this is AI. But when I'm just scrolling on Twitter, I was like, "Oh my god, like that's the kind of
No,
dress I
it's
was
gorgeous
waiting all
though.
night for."
No, it's gorgeous though.
Gorgeous.
Like,
But yeah, I completely fell for this one. So this one is not real. However, I want to make a note that I wished more dresses looked like this one.
yeah, no, this is stunning. And I feel like it does fit the theme with the flowers, and then there's the grass on the bottom and everything. But I don't even think Katy Perry was at the Met Gala.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to our first real one then. We
Yes.
have Kim K, who first of all is wearing a cardigan that looked like she put it through the wash 70 times, and can she breathe?
Yes. I thought this, and granted, given what you were saying about the theme, this makes sense. Because
Sure.
it does look like it has a floral pattern, and now the silver makes a little bit more sense to go along with like the glass and the mirror. If that's the case, fine. However, girl, why do you have to rearrange your freaking organs to walk? Like she looked so uncomfortable all night. There's one video, her lips literally look blue. She like looks like in pain and everything. And then what the frick was the cardigan for?
She was chilly? I don't know. Like
I don't.
I it did not match at all, and like she's holding it the whole time too, and she was like shifting it around, and I was like, "Girl, take it off."
Yeah,
Like,
no, I didn't get it. I saw one person, and I have no idea if this is true or if this is a joke, but someone was like, "I heard the dress wouldn't zip all the way up in the back, so they just had the cardigan around her." But I have no idea.
Kim K had an eventful weekend.
She had
Tom
a
Brady
very
roast.
eventful weekend.
Although I did kind of vibe with the hair she had though, because it looks like it's down in the front, but when she turned around, she has like this very like loose braid.
Yes.
Like I did kind of vibe with that. I
Yeah,
liked
I
it a
saw a
lot.
lot of hate on the hair. The hair I didn't mind. I thought the hair was pretty. I like that
I
messy
liked it.
look.
Yeah, I thought it was good. But anyway, what would you rate this what out of 10?
Like a 4.
I agree. 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10, Kim K. Do better. Gigi Hadid. I think this is stunning.
I love this.
The white with the black piping around the edge of the ruffles. You got like a little bit of the flowers here and there. It complements her body. She looks
Mhm.
good with the hair, with the dark lip. Like, I like this one a lot.
I am literally gonna give this a 9. The
I
only
agree.
thing I wish it wasn't so stark white. I wish there was a little bit more color, but the hair, the lips, the off the shoulder with the diamond necklace, and then like the floral print and the piping. I think this is absolutely stunning. So it gets a 9.
I
And I I
agree.
like there's nothing better than us in our pajamas right now rating these gowns, and we're like, 4.
Yeah.
Like,
Kim K, you look stupid.
stupid.
Meanwhile, she has like her waist is this big and her ass is this big, and we're like,
Yeah,
but yeah, I really like the Gigi Hadid look.
love.
Who else we got? Oh, Barry Keegan, our little Irish prince here.
Yes.
Um,
I love this, and mainly for the fact I saw so many dumbass men just show up in a black tux. Like, you're not invited anymore.
I don't know why
And
they
I
do that.
love the attention to detail that he put in. And what you're saying with the theme, I didn't know up until you just told me that there's like a war undertone, and
Yeah.
this screams that. So now it clicks for me. I'll give him an 8.
Okay. Yeah, I can't remember if it's like a war or like a battle or like somebody trying to break into something. Like there's some sort of violence of some kind. I
Okay.
don't exactly remember. Again, don't quote me on it. I just watched a TikTok. But I saw a meme that said that Barry Keegan looks like he wants to be in the room where it happens. Which is a Hamilton reference, which I thought was very funny. I'll give him a 7. And since we were talking Barry Keegan, I guess it only makes sense to pull up Miss Sabrina Carpenter
Mhm.
here. Um, yeah, I was like, we can't see ourselves now. Gorgeous. I don't know about the theme,
Yeah.
but she's slaying.
Yes, that's exactly how I feel. I think this is a gorgeous dress. I think she looks impeccable. I love that she's not normally she's like very in the nicest way. It looks like self-tanned. Like she has like a natural glow, not a natural glow, but like a sun-kissed glow all the
Yeah.
time. Totally fine. I'm a huge, huge supporter of self-tan. But here I love that she looks a little paler with the
Very
blonde
fair.
hair. Like I like the look, but yeah, I just for the Met Gala for this theme, I don't love it. So I'm gonna give it a 5.
That's reasonable, I think. I saw a lot of like people calling it like a modern day Cinderella vibe, which I
Yes,
liked a lot. Um, while theme wise we're not really fitting in, I think 100% she looks great. She looks great.
agree.
Um, Angel Reese on her birthday, by the way. Her birthday was on the Met Gala day. Um,
Happy birthday, queen.
Happy birthday, queen. Slay.
Slay.
Um, um, I'm not sure about theme, but she looks good.
I am also not sure about theme, but I love this just for the fact that it's risky. And this was her
Sure.
first Met Gala. She's just
Literally, this woman just graduated from college and she's at the Met Gala.
exactly. And like you're surrounded by some of the biggest stars in the world. And I'm so glad that she took a risk and went for it here because so many people showed up in like these boring ass gowns. Sabrina Carpenter,
Yeah.
like there weren't many risks being taken, and I love that she went for this. And again, I don't know the depths of this theme, but when I hear garden, this does give me like garden fairy, like little
Mhm.
pixie. And I have no idea if that's actually what the theme intended. But again, I'm just glad that she took a risk. I think she looks cool as fuck.
Yeah.
I love this dress with the little tutu and the lace underneath, and the
Ah,
matching shoes are perfect. Like, I just think it's awesome.
I like the piece. I guess they're garters underneath her on her legs or
Yes.
something. I don't know. They look really good though.
Yes, no,
And
she looks awesome.
she does. She does. We love representing the WNBA at the Met Gala.
Yes.
I'm probably gonna give her like I'll give her like a 5
Okay, I was gonna
just
say
because of how
6-ish.
she looks good.
Yes.
She looks good. All right, the queen,
Oh,
Zendaya. I think this is the theme. I
yes.
think Zendaya is the theme, and whatever she's gonna wear is gonna fit. But the eyebrows, the darkness, the vines on her arms. Oh my god,
I
killing it.
saw oh my god, it's literally perfect. I saw so many people hating on this look, hating on her
How?
makeup, and I'm like, "You don't get it. The Met Gala, you're not meant to just show up and look like a gorgeous
Hmm.
queen. Like, you're meant to be edgy. You're meant to take the risks. Like, this is the time." And she slays it every year. She also had a second look. Have you seen her second look?
I
She walked
have it
the
here.
carpet twice. And the second one, like, they just blow each other out of the water. This is stunning. Hi. Look at us with Zendaya.
Yes, I'll go back to the other one, but yeah, Zendaya, and I think that Zendaya was a whoa, co-chairman on
Yes.
the Met Gala this year. So if someone's gonna hit the theme on the head, it's gonna be her. I'm
Yes.
giving her 10.
Me too. I'll give
10
her
out
an
of
11. She
She
won
looks
the night for me. She always does, but
fantastic. Both
yeah.
looks. I think I like this look more than the second look, but the second look is equally as dramatic and
Yes.
insane. Let's see. What was
I
she
think I
wearing?
would have flipped them though.
Oh, you would have done that first one second?
Yes, because the second one, gorgeous, stunning, amazing. But this first one is like jaw dropping, nails it. So I think but I don't know, maybe there's like a timing thing. Maybe it had to do with makeup, but I just thought this look was the night.
That second look too is bigger. I feel like it's easier for her to get into that and stay into that as opposed to trying to get out of that and get into this dress, but
That's true. That's
who knows?
very, very true. There are probably
Um,
logistics that we're unaware of.
right, yeah, lots of logistics. Elle Fanning, you have something to say?
I thought this was so beautiful.
It is really beautiful. She looks like a porcelain doll.
I don't think I've ever been disappointed by a fanning ever in my life.
That it's I'm digging the some of the people had like that wet look, and I
Yes.
wonder if they had something to do with the theme. I wonder if like water or something also was like involved in one way or another because she
Maybe
does look damp.
yes, but this also is giving glass,
It all
especially
You're
with the
right.
birds, like, she really does look like kind of like an ice sculpture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she just like her like given body yada yada like
Yes.
absolutely the degligee over here being all porcelain looking. The I didn't even notice the birds. I'm gonna be real with you. I was so entranced by her waist and her hips and her legs that I didn't even notice the birds.
She's got the
I
birds.
thought they were like in the background, but I'm
No,
seeing
they're, like,
now.
on the back of her
Oh,
sleeves.
that makes it so much better.
Right?
Oh, she gets a 9,
Yeah, no, she gets a 9. I'd give her a 9.5.
9.5. One of the best dressed.
Yep.
Last one I got here to close us off is Lana. Um, I saw a girl on TikTok who she rates people's looks all the time. She's very funny. I forget her name.
Mhm.
But she said that this look is how a 14-year-old would come showing up to the Met Gala, like basically trying to fit the theme. Um, which I thought was very funny. And I saw like her like getting interviewed by whoever the Vogue people or whatever, and she's like turning and moving, and Kim Kardashian is standing right next to her, and you see Kim Kardashian like ducking her head out of the way, like trying not to get hit by her.
This does feel a little like I hear what you're saying. Like, she took the theme like, as I am taking the theme
Sure.
very literally,
Mm. Yeah,
which
she's got sticks, a lot of nature, a
the
lot of dead
rose
nature.
yeah.
Dead, yeah,
But
covering up.
I really like the dress itself and the vibe. I really do like it though.
No, it's a look. I'm not so sure about the shoes though.
That's what I was gonna ask. Is that a slipper?
It looks like a clog.
Okay.
which like clocks are made out of wood. I didn't put it up here, but there was another girl who had, I don't know who she was, but she had like a
Gold.
wooden
Wow.
bodice. No, it was like a wooden bodice and then like a white skirt with like and the wood and it was like wood. Like for real, like it was like you could like knock on it and it had like these like red leaves painted on them. It was really, really pretty, but
That
I
sounds
do not know what her name was.
I saw another woman just like that, and I thought she was one of the best looks of the night, and she had this gold butterfly dress on, and then she had gold butterfly cuffs all down her arm, and the butterflies were fucking moving.
What?
Yes.
Oh my god.
And it was stunning, and she was beautiful, and I had no idea who she was, but oh my god, she's exquisite.
I'm scrolling down this Vogue page really quick, seeing if I can find it because I want to see that.
Gold butterfly. Let me see if I can pull it up. As you can see, you are getting very sleepy versions of me and Sam still recovering from her bachelorette.
Yeah, oh, Ariana Grande looked really good too, by the
She
way.
really did.
Oh, here we go. This is the one I was talking about. Pull it up. Whoa,
Oh, Mona Patel.
Mona Patel. I don't know who that is.
Stunning.
This girl is Taylor Russell.
Oh, yes, I know exactly who you're talking about. Obsessed. Literally
You
obsessed.
saw with the wooden bodice, right? And like this like Grecian skirt kind of.
Yes. Wait, I
Yeah.
have the picture of Mona as well.
I'm trying to I'm like literally trying to like take a screenshot right now and I can't. How do you
Of
take
what?
a screenshot?
Command Shift 4.
Shift. Duh. I
Look
was
at her.
wait, let me see. Whoa, no. Oh, oh my
And
god.
the butterflies moved.
She's just a gorgeous human being too.
Right?
My god.
I just can't.
Why am I like literally having a stroke right now? Oh
Oh
my
my god.
god.
Are you all right?
No.
Oh no.
No, I'm not. But
Oh
it's
no.
fine.
It's gonna be okay.
It's fine.
That's so
I
fine.
just want the people to see the wooden bodice of this dress. Oh,
Do you have it?
I do. I just keep losing it.
Oh no.
But it's fine. I got it. I
Okay.
got it. Here it is. Here it
Here,
is. It's uploading.
here's the wooden bodice.
I've had my contacts in since 5:30 a.m. Okay.
Gorgeous.
There you go. I did that
Gorgeous.
for you, for the
She
people.
legitimately looks like a doll in the best way possible.
No, it looks so good. I really like this one too. I don't know
Love.
if it fits with the theme. I don't really understand the Met Gala, but I
Oh,
feel like it really gave capital this year though.
it really, really, really did. Hunger Games reference. Well, which comes full circle because I'm pretty sure we talked about that in our first episode ever.
Was that our first episode ever?
I think it was.
Huh. Look at
Maybe
that.
it wasn't. It was very early on though.
Well, if we're in May right now, then it must have been like episode like 3 or something.
Maybe
Because
you're
the
right.
Met Gala happens like at the same time. So it was way in the beginning of us starting this
Yes.
podcast. Because I do remember you telling me that, and I was like obsessed with it. Like you
Yes.
telling me about it. So
Oh, I love it.
so fun.
So fun. Oh my god. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in to a sleepy Sam and Jordyn. Um we did it, Sam. We got through a full episode.
We did it.
Um and now we will be back to our regularly scheduled programming. However, we put out so much content the last 2 weeks, so make sure to go check it all out. We have something for everybody. We have a full book talk episode. We have multiple Taylor Swift episodes. We have this one here recapping Sam's trip, Tom Brady roast. I mean, if you made it this far, then you already listened, so you know.
Draft show, if you're still
Draft
interested.
show. Yeah, we had a draft show. There's been so much going on. And to keep up with all of us, make sure to find us on socials at the unsolicited_podcast for TikTok, Instagram, and Threads. Find us on Twitter at Sam and Jordyn to see all the photos of me screaming at a Siesta Key Beach club after the Sixers lost. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to us here, and then find us on all audio platforms wherever you get your podcasts.
We love you guys.
We love you. Bye.